Hello, everybody.
Yo, what's going on?
Welcome back to the Anime Mystics podcast. I am Roman.
I'm Steven Sonosuke-sama.
And he's finally back.
Yes.
He returned from his trip from the other side of the country.
Correct.
DC.
Yes.
And is now gracing us with his presence.
Correct. Yeah, I'm back from saving the world, so now I have to go and save the anime world.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Should have done that where you had all the power.
I know.
DC.
I can't, So I want to say that certain things did happen while I was over there on the East Coast, but I do want to point out the moment that I left, the representative from Arizona goes and drops that Attack on Titan meme. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
No.
Oh man, yeah. He they want to do an ethics investigation on him. Basically, he photoshopped himself as the very first opening of Attack on Titan as Eren Yeager, and he's just basically he put all like some of the Dems as he put AOC as the main Titan, the one that Eren cuts in the opening. Yeah, he superimposed AOC's face over that Titan.
Wow.
And then the rest of it is just all clips from the news and all of that. So it's the dumbest thing that'll make you laugh. It's like you don't want to laugh, but it's like you end up laughing. And again, as someone invested in culture war stuff, it just really makes me laugh. Because it's about time the other side did it. And then of course all the SJWs are screeching like, "Why are you appropriating anime?" And it's like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Did you not see how the cast of One Piece looks? Why are you appropriating anime? Who's on the Crunchyroll board of directors again? Who's over there? Who's telling the sword art guy to bend the knee? Remind me again. Who controls Funimation? Who's the one who told Lukoa's voice actress? What's her name? That chick. About that Lukoa's script says I'm up against the patriarchy and the male gaze. Remind me again? Yeah. Appropriating anime. Get out of here. So yes, that's I feel that I've done my job. Now I'm back here on the West Coast to continue the fight. So keep anime. So but yeah, no, it was definitely interesting. I had to work in a routine around my work schedule to keep watching anime so that we can keep filming this. And I was just happy that the hotel Wi-Fi was good enough that we could still record fairly decently. And I know a couple of the guys in my office have been chiming in and listening in. And as a matter of fact, this morning I texted them about that. I was like, "Yo, what happened?" I'm like, "I left and you guys start getting into anime," and they were like, "Yeah." And it was like, we were talking about you. We need you. And I was like, "Hey man, if you need an anime advisor, put me back on the payroll. I'll come back." So, yeah. So because that was like, what's funny is that I'm not even an Attack on Titan guy, but I get its relevance. It's popular. It's a normie thing now. It's on again the Cartoon Network effect, So I get it, and the fact that it's just melting people's minds, it's ridiculous, but it's also hilarious in its ridiculousness.
Yeah.
So
you guys are a little behind.
Yeah.
We've been seeing stuff worse than this since before you were were born.
Yeah.
We could say that to some of these guys.
The same ones too. They did it to my girlfriend is a gal. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that one too, but they did the same thing too. They inserted some line about the patriarchy in the dub of that as well.
Yeah, I think you told me about it.
Yeah. It's like, anyways.
Yeah,
because a bunch of gals in Gyaru would care about politics. Anyways, so here we are. But yeah.
Yeah. So what are you planning on doing now that you're back? You're going back to work in...
Yeah, the day of this recording, I've gone back to work officially. I'm gonna finish my university, and we'll see where the future takes me. I have some plans, but I don't want to say them out loud or say it too many times because then I feel I'll jinx myself. I'll get into my own head and get overconfident. So once I get approved and everything falls into place, then I'll make more announcements. But for now, the plan is to keep going with my current job, finish up university. I mean, technically, I'm still in school. Like, I still have to write a paper of everything that I've done.
Yeah.
I was doing over there, so I still need to write that, type it out, and submit that. So the semester really still hasn't ended, but next spring, the end of spring, should be my final semester, and I have enrolled in my final classes. And we're still trying to figure out how many units I'm even getting for the work I've done. So they don't even know. So
did they have to read your paper and be like, well, you didn't do too much, so...
Well, it's because it was two different universities, and the classes don't necessarily correlate. So it's like, this class does this and covers this, but my home campus doesn't necessarily do the same things. So it's like, what class would that have covered?
Right.
That's equivalent to my home campus, and they don't really figure that out. So I think they might just give me like 3 elective credits or something, just be like, there you go. So
that doesn't sound like a lot.
No, it's not, because the other campus that actually held the program, they gave me 20 units for their campus.
Even though you're not there.
Yeah, correct. And my home campus will translate that to 3 units.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. And I told them that too. I was like, if anything, if I can leave you with one thing, I just want you to know that I hope that not everybody from the Bay Area is a blue-haired Mohawk, tree-hugging, pronouns in the bio weirdo. That's all that I hope that I've taught you guys. And one of them, my coworkers, she goes, "Yeah, not really." But I'm like, all right. Well, at least I'm not. Then she goes, "Yeah, fair enough." So, but yeah.
It's like, nah, just because you aren't like that.
Yeah. I mean, when you're the outlier, man. Jeez.
We know what the rest of California's like.
Right. Man. Why did they ever give us so much power? Why did they do that? That was the mistake. That's when the timeline skewed.
Branched off.
Yeah. Oh man. But anyways. Yeah. So, but it was a lot of fun. I would do it again in a heartbeat, absolutely. And it was a lot of talk where people were like, "Oh, why don't you come work? Why don't you do all that?" And I was like, "Well, let me graduate and see where it is." But I think I've pretty much, after talking about it and doing some reflection, I think I have a path. But like I said, you should always have a plan B just in case. So we'll work toward the future. I can finally catch up on some of these shows that I've been neglecting, and I'm ready to do this again. I'm ready to put some more energy and effort into this group, into this podcast as well. So yeah.
And the good thing is, it's not 9:30 where you are now.
Right. Yeah.
You're on our time now.
Yeah. I mean, funny enough, I was still going to bed at midnight because I was getting up at 7. So I'm like, 7 hours of sleep is still good. Yeah. It still was weird, man. Still was weird. It's like the amount of time doesn't really matter. It's when I go to sleep that affects how tired I am. So
yeah,
it's really, really strange. But yeah.
So what is it? Is it like the later you go to sleep, the more tired you are, or the earlier you go to sleep, the more tired you are?
I think it's the later I go to sleep. So if I go to bed at like 10 p.m. and I wake up at 5, I feel fine. But if I go to bed at like 12 and wake up at 7, apparently I feel awful. I think that's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually for me, it's like the earlier I go to bed, the more tired I am. I don't know why. Like I get more sleep, and then I'm like, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do anything right now.
Yeah.
And then I go to bed at like 2 and get up at 6, and I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Until I'm driving, and then
Then you feel it.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's bumper to bumper traffic, and I don't need to worry about driving so fast.
Welcome back to the Bay.
Yeah. 880 still sucks.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. It's pretty bad when I used to live in Central Valley. It would take me about an hour and 20 minutes to get from there to work. It takes me about an hour to get from where I'm at now to Fremont. And it's like a 15-mile drive. Still takes me an hour. Because of 880. It's horrible.
Yeah. It's good to know that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only 3 months, so it's not like it's going to significantly change. But
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that during like Thanksgiving, Christmas, people would be gone or like just stuck at home and not want to do anything, and I'll have free reign of the freeway.
We'll see.
I know before the pandemic, around those times, I'd be able to get to work in like 20 minutes. Not an hour. Ugh. But we'll see, I guess.
Hey.
But yeah. Okay, so any announcements you want to make?
Not really. Like I said, this is kind of a follow-up / conclusion of the recording we began last week. Because it was my final week, I was doing a lot of things, packing, closing, submitting reports, and all of that. But today, I think we're going to finish our anime wrap-up, and then talk about, at least before we do that, two things, at least two topics.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, in terms of everything else, eventually I'd like to get the viewing parties going back on, because it's almost Christmas, so we got to do Ace Attorney again. I don't know if you want to do Thanksgiving, or you said there's a sequel, right? There's Thanksgiving 2.
I think it's titled Thanksgiving 3: The Search for the Sequel.
Okay,
or something
there
like
you
that.
go. We might do that then. But yeah,
I've never seen it, so I don't know what it's like.
Okay,
but I guess that'll be our first time, both of our first times watching it.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker. God, was it the radioactive turkey at the end?
Yeah, the first one's great. I love the first one. I remember when we discovered it. We're just scrolling through Netflix, me and one of my friends, and we're like, "Is there any like bad horror movies or anything on here?" And we're scrolling through the list, and Thanksgiving popped up, and we're like, "What the heck?" Okay, let's check this one out.
I know that we're going to discuss Miyaruko-chan, and I'm just saying that if there was an undead turkey or a ghost turkey, and if they, like Funimation in the dub, actually put that in there, gobble gobble motherfucker, I would take back everything I've said, and I would feel like support the dub. The dub industry, like just go ghost stories on it,
Yeah.
Just be like, gobble gobble motherfucker, and then there's like, Amamiya Sora just freaking out, just, I would take back everything I've said about the dubbing industry, seriously, and then I would go buy the Blu-ray, the box set, the complete Miyaruko-chan Blu-ray box set, special edition.
Well, you heard him, dubbing industry.
You'll get him Funimation.
Just go all South Park on all of it, and you'll get his full support.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I got to figure out if that is coming back, because we're running out of time. Thanksgiving is probably by the time we would record the next one. So
yeah, it'd be that week.
Yeah, so we got to do that. If we're gonna do that, we got to get that out there. But yeah.
I haven't even uploaded the other episode yet.
No,
I might just attach this to it. And make it one whole episode.
There you go. Well, I would still say like break them up, but upload them at the same time. So
yeah,
because I don't know if anyone would be interested in like a 4-hour rant and rip session.
Well, maybe I'll put it as part 1, and then in a couple days put part 2.
Okay,
there we go. That way the first one gets whatever views.
Yeah,
and then the second one comes out. And,
okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving that in. By the way, you're going to hear all of this.
Good. Good.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no real announcements on my end either. I don't know. I've been thinking of downloading Final Fantasy 14,
okay,
and maybe doing some streaming with that. I'm not sure if anybody would be interested in that. I see most people playing World of Warcraft or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't watch them, but I know World of Warcraft is pretty big. I don't know about Final Fantasy 14 as far as streaming goes.
Yeah, no, 14 is huge. Really big. It's funny because those used to be the competitors. It used to be like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 11, but now it is 14 and World of Warcraft.
I remember I bought 11 and I tried to play it, but I guess my graphics card wasn't good. It was back when it came out. And my computer was horrible. That's fair. You could hear all the audio coming out of the speakers, but you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing because it was like. It's PS2. It really literally is a PS2 game. But for some reason, computers at the time needed to be like so high end to run it decently, and it was just a PS2 game.
Yeah.
But yet, if you were trying to play it on PC, you needed such a high-end PC at the time, and now it's like, what? And last I heard, they were trying to... Now it's like the technology has evolved so much, they're trying to port it over to phone.
Really?
So yeah, your phone is basically as powerful as a PS2.
I have enough trouble doing Genshin on my phone. I don't need to try playing Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. I know now my battery is just being sucked.
Then again, if you add a gacha system to it, maybe? Don't. Okay.
Square Enix just dumped the Battle Royale Final Fantasy VII gacha game, so I don't think they need any of that.
Really? Which one was that?
That was at First Soldier or whatever.
I hadn't even heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know they got what, was it like Brave Exodus or something? I don't know. But looking it up.
Yeah, there it is. So First Soldier, Final Fantasy VII, the first, because this is part of the whole like FF7 remake and all of that. Fight to join the ranks of Senja, infused with RPG elements, choose a combat. Yeah, so it's Battle Royale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is that for the 4? Yeah, you can pre-order, but it'll be free to play with in-app purchases. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do soldiers work for Shinra? Yeah.
No, they don't.
No, not at all. But yeah,
they work for Avalanche.
Hey, my homie Ramon, he's selling an Eris statue if you're interested. Jessie is unavailable because her thirst is too big to be quenched.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, how much are you selling it for?
That's a good question. for the Eris statue?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll find out offline. I'll get back to you on that.
Is it like a 7 scale or?
It's the Play Arts. It's the Kai Play Arts.
Oh.
So it's official Square Enix merch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not really into those.
No, there.
Yeah, mainly because of the joints. I don't like my figures having the joints visible.
Okay.
That's why I don't buy Figmas.
Fair enough.
I'm very selective with what I buy. You kind of got to be when you have this hobby.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I mean, I already spend enough on figures. I don't need to add Figmas to the list. Pop-up parades, 7 scales, 4 scales, Nendoroids. Then you add in all the wall scrolls and the little keychains and everything else. It's expensive. You get the Nendos.
I get the Nendos, Figmas, and Nessos. My Miyazaki next to Echidna and Lukoa, FGO Lukoa.
Yep. Unfortunately, it looks like iCatch stopped putting up new Nessos, so I don't know where I'm going to be getting them anymore.
Oh.
Because Toreba stopped doing it a long time ago, and now iCatch seems to have stopped. And the reason Toreba stopped was because of Sega. Because I guess they make them. And they were trying to put them exclusively in their arcades. So they didn't want anybody else having them. And then what happened?
They went out of business.
Yeah. Yeah. You should have just let everybody else put them up in their arcade, Sega. Maybe it would have saved you. Maybe. But doubtful.
That explains why there was like a Love Live Sonic collaboration. I was like, what? Okay.
Really?
Yeah, it was like Rin from the original Love Live had a Sonic costume. I want to say that's what it was, but
did it have the spikes and everything?
I think so. It was like her and a Kigurumi.
Oh, here we go, typing it up.
Yeah, this is a Rin and Sonic. Yeah. Or was it a figurine? Oh, I guess it was a figurine. Yeah.
No,
and this is a toy.
and a poster.
Yeah.
Probably a towel and
Yeah.
everything else you could think of.
Oh, and there's is this what's her name?
Oh, I don't know the Love Live girls.
Yeah, this is from the second one. Yeah. Okay, and I guess is that the voice actress? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Oh wow, and her? Wow, this is from the last one. Rena.
What is it with the?
She's like super shy, so she hides her face. But yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. But that explains that.
Yeah. So Sega making some bad decisions, and now I can't get Nessos anymore unless I find a supplier who has them.
Sega making bad decisions like the 32X Sega CD, putting a 56K modem in the Dreamcast, making a fishing attachment, making a keyboard, making what else did they do? Steering wheel. I'm pretty sure there's a steering wheel. But
yeah, I think there was a steering wheel.
Yeah.
But then again, Nintendo did a steering wheel for Mario Kart and the Wii.
Oh yeah, that was packaged in there. You put the Wii mode right in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, they made all of their games burnable for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, my uncle had a ton of burned games.
Everything was burned, man. Who bought the originals? Like, seriously. Yeah. So,
he had a bunch of cool games. I think, was that the system he had Toe-Ball on?
No, that was PlayStation.
Yeah, he had Toe-Ball on PlayStation.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really played the Dreamcast.
Me neither. I played and beat Sword of the Berserk. Our friend Jim.
Yeah.
Jimbo, he had it. So I remember playing Berserk on there. But that was Sword of the Berserk was literally what it was called. So
Sword of the Berserk.
Sword of the Berserk. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, and the game ended like because I guess they were either supposed to do a sequel or the game was supposed to be looped or something like that. Like the premise was Guts was caught in the time loop, and it ended with the horned guy like eats the red jewel, and yeah, or maybe that was supposed to be where it picks up again in the manga or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not unfortunately very familiar on the storyline of Berserk. I just know it's getting a live action, so that'll be.
Oh,
fun.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
When was that announced?
Last week. I mean, let's be honest, everything's getting a goddamn live action. But it got announced, so. Okay. Netflix has not announced anything. Giant freaking robot has there will be okay. Maybe it's not Netflix though. But okay, I don't know. Never mind then. False alarm. Until I see other words, we'll just say that that is not happening.
Okay.
But yeah, because I don't know if I trust giant freaking robot. But anyways, okay, so that one's safe. Yu Yu Hakusho is not, but I think they had announced Yu Yu Hakusho a long ass time ago.
Yeah, and that's Japanese live action, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But
then again, they haven't done very well either, except for like the Kenshin movies.
Mm-hmm. So now that I've baited you, so how we feeling about One Piece?
Okay, so I remember telling you because you sent me the video with them announcing that they were the characters and all that. That basically, no matter who they got, wasn't going to be satisfied with it, which is still pretty much true. Because I mean, I'm never going to get any kind of actor that looks like how I pictured the characters to look, you know. And I guess they were trying to follow that SMS that Oda released where he said what nationalities the characters would be if they were real. Although there was still some discrepancies with that. Like, I guess the dude that plays Luffy, let me get his name up here, because I got it on my phone. Mm-hmm. Inaki Godoy? I don't know how to pronounce that. I guess he's Mexican. But the SMS said Luffy would be Brazilian, which I guess he's one of those rare Brazilian Mexicans. So, whatever. I don't know, because, I mean, it's hard to find somebody who even remotely looks like Luffy. He's got such a round head, and he's super thin. I mean, he's muscular, but I'm sure this guy could put on some muscle, whatever. Zoro. I actually thought the dude that played Sanji was Zorro. And I'm not the only one, because I was looking at comments on like Twitter and stuff, and everyone was like, I thought the guy that was Sanji was Zorro, and the guy that was Zorro was Sanji, until they said who they were. Because the guy that's Sanji's got a like a shaved. He's like almost shaved head.
Looks like Eminem.
Yeah,
He's Eminem.
which actually was a meme in the comments that he's actually playing Anel. Because Anel looks like Eminem.
Wow.
But I guess the dude that plays Zorro is actually a decent actor.
Yeah.
He was in the final Rurouni Kenshin movie as
Yep.
Inishi.
Inishi, yeah.
And somebody actually posted a clip from the fight, and it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So he might actually be a decent choice.
Yeah, no, I know. After we were talking about it, I went on his Twitter. He's got over 1 million followers, and a lot of his stuff was from... Well, a lot of it, I guess, was like him doing commercial work and publicity work because, you know, the Kenshin movie's been done now.
Yeah.
But if you scroll back far enough, you can see a couple of clips and all of that from the movie, and he was really in it. He had over 1 million followers, so this guy is legit, and... You know, you said he's Sonny Chiba's son, so I mean,
Yeah.
the pedigree is there. Over 1 million followers. He's done something right because the guy that plays Luffy, I think, doesn't even have like 5,000 or has like 5,000.
Well, you got to start small.
Right.
I mean, Luffy started in a little barrel floating in the ocean.
This is gonna be great. I really am looking forward to your critique on this, man. I'm just gonna when this happens because I know you're gonna watch it because you're that kind of guy. It's like I gotta watch it before I can rip on it. So I'm waiting for you to watch this. I'm not saying either way because I think it's already apparent. And Roman already, like, to use the One Piece analogy here, took the wind out of my sails. Because I came out, I was like, ooh, Eternal sucks so much ass! And he's like, if you're just going to tell me Eternal sucks ass, I don't care. And I'm like, aww. So I feel like this is the same thing, too. This is a...
It was more like... What I was mostly trying to say with that was, because usually you do that, but you've never actually seen it. But this time you've actually seen it. So when we actually get to that discussion, I'm looking forward to it because I actually get your actual input instead of just what some people on like YouTube are saying about the movie. Then you said you went with a coworker, so I don't know how he felt about the movie.
They actually, everyone else like loved it or they thought it was great, which is what I told them. I was like, you're just right now riding the high, but give it a week, 2 weeks, and then a month, and then after like you start like really thinking about it and taking a step back, and you're like, wait a minute, that really didn't fit in with the grand MCU universe that we've built up and where they're trying to go and the TV shows, But yeah, but it's fair because this can be applied to other things like One Piece. Like I said, I trust your opinion when it comes to One Piece. When it comes to Dragon Ball Z and One Piece, I will always trust you on that. You are the source. So, like I said, you're talking to a guy that stopped at Alabaster, and not that it was by choice. It was just that I just went off and did other things and never came back. So. I would love to go and catch up and one day get on that, but I think what they say to catch up now would take you a year and a half or something with like watching, was it like 16 hours a day with 8 hours of sleep or something like that?
I don't know if it'd take that long.
Okay.
Me and my grandmother caught up to 540 or 50 episodes in 3 months, and we were only watching Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays for 8 hours. So, yeah, because we would start like as soon as my grandfather went upstairs at like 6, and then stop at like 4 in the morning.
Got it.
So, because she really got into it, and we got to catch up again because she keeps asking me, what's going on with One Piece? You told me we were going to catch up to it again, and we haven't done anything. And I'm like, okay, we'll catch up to it. Just, but yeah.
Have you shown your grandmother the live action cast?
Not yet. I haven't shown anybody the live action cast yet. As far as Nami, I have no idea who this person is, and I didn't look him up.
She's done some show somewhere, Western shows. You're asking the wrong guy when it comes to me, but they were like, yeah, no. She did like some high school show or something. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, before I move on any further, the guy that plays Zoro, his name is Makanyu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't think that's his real name. That's probably like his stage name.
Yeah.
The Nami actress is Emily Rudd, Which actually made me think of Paul Rudd.
Correct.
Like, are they related?
No idea. No idea, man.
That'd be interesting. But I don't know. Paul Rudd's cool. I like Paul Rudd. He's funny.
I mean, Paul Rudd's about to be in Ghostbusters, so
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that one.
there is Fear Street. That's it.
Oh, that Netflix.
Yeah,
Was that based off the R.O. Stein
I guess
books?
so.
I think it was R.O. Stein.
Well, yeah, that's what she's. Yeah. Cool.
Oh. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Steve Party?
Steve Party. Is that her real name?
Probably.
Okay, then she's probably not related to Paul Rudd. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Fear Street. Fear Street. I heard it was okay, but I wouldn't know. Usopp. I have no idea who this guy is either. Jacob Romero Gibson? Everybody seems to be pretty happy with the Usopp choice. He looks like he could be a good Usopp. I don't know. Jacob Romero Gibson.
$38.3K followers. Jeez.
Yeah. Again, I have no idea who the guy is. He's probably just starting out or something. He says he's got 38,000 followers, so I don't know.
38.3.
Book of Jacob is his handle.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know, but sometimes getting not so well known actors is the best option because then they can surprise you.
Look at Chris Evans. Shit, man. Look at Robert Downey Jr. He was what they got him on the cheap, man, for Iron Man 1 and Outlook. So no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. And Eminem over here. Taz Skyler.
I don't even want to look him up, man. He looks like a tool. You can make an argument for all the other ones. He looks like a tool. This guy.
He's a British actor, I think. Because he sounded like he had a British accent. I've heard people say he's pretty good in whatever roles he's had. But I haven't seen anything he's in. I don't really watch a lot of...
He's in Hamlet. He's a Shakespearean trained actor.
Oh, wow.
He will portray Harry Beam in the upcoming season of Sky One's comedy crime drama Agatha Raisin.
Agatha Raisin. What kind of name is that? Whatever.
He looks like a tool. Alright, sure. And if he's a Shakespeare, I'm not a big fan of Shakespeare anyways, too, if you couldn't tell, so.
Why not?
It's just dumb. Talking normal English.
He was speaking in... No, he wasn't.
Prose, these nuts.
Again, I don't know anything about this guy. The only one who even remotely seemed like he would be a good choice was the Zorro pick. And that's because he's actually done like sword fighting parts and choreography and stuff like that. But all these other people, I'd have to look up roles, scenes they've been in, stuff like that. I don't know if I'll find anything on the actor for Luffy. What'd you say? He had 5,000 followers?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, his English was okay. I couldn't even tell if that he was Mexican. What's his name?
Inaki.
There he is.
Yeah.
Iñaki.
Yeah.
Well, now he's 64.8.
Oh, well, it probably
that's
jumped
his Insta.
up.
That's his Insta.
I was going to say it probably jumped up because of this announcement.
Yeah.
All the One Piece fans jumping on the...
Just like the Nami chick hit over 1 mil.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. 14.7. So. Yeah. I will be the Pirate King. I'm a fucking tool. Not the Gaius, not the Dingus, not the Conformis. Oh, he's got a half-shaped head. Oh. I'm looking forward to your review on this. Have they said how many episodes it's gonna be?
I don't think they've said.
So it's basically just gonna be everyone going fast forwarding to get to Zoro's parts, and then, which I liked Zoro. Zoro was cool. He was so dumb, and again, the Japanese voice actor is badass. Everything he does.
Yeah.
He was the fucking Ghost of Tsushima, man. So.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that.
Yeah, he's. I think he's won like actual awards because not only is he a voice actor, but he's also like a non-anime voice actor as well. So, yeah, and
yeah.
So this is yeah. So Zoro is like everyone's just gonna fast forward all of Zoro's parts. Sanji was my favorite. As you can tell, the Edo love cook.
Yeah,
there's something there. Something resonates with me. He likes titties and he likes cooking, my guy. So so when I see this guy, he's like, I'm Eminem and I'm also Sanji, but it's okay. I'm a Shakespearean trained actor. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I'm not feeling it. But
away from the soda.
What can we say? It's like it's not for me. But I'm an anime fan. Who are you appealing to? It's like okay.
Well, apparently, from what I learned looking at some of the comments from the person that commented on the cast, the previously known as Super Mecha Frieza, she got into in a lot of trouble from the people for just posting the image and being like, yeah, no. And then everybody jumped on her because she was being negative and blah, blah, blah,
Who was this again?
Her name used to be Super Mecha Frieza.
What's her name now?
I think it's like Jamie Uwu or something.
I'm gonna find that post. I'm gonna share it.
And
I'm gonna be like, yeah, no.
Outside of that, there was a message from Ichiro Oda about this.
Oh, he's all on board.
Well, he's working with them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the message here. Hopefully, this doesn't get flagged. So, from Oda himself. We've been working with Netflix and Tomorrow Studios on the massive project that is the Hollywood live-action series adaptation of One Piece. How many years has it been since it was announced, right? I know. But rest assured, we've been making steady progress all along. It's not easy when you're working with people from different cultures, but it's precisely that process that can yield something special. For now, we're able to announce the main cast. Rather, we need to hurry and announce it, or else it'll be leaked, apparently. Hilarious.
True.
Their face, the size of their mouths and hands, their aura, the way they carry themselves, their voice, their acting skills, their height, the balance amongst the Straw Hat crew, etc. We decided on this cast after numerous discussions involving people around the world. These are the people who will be our Straw Hat Pirates. It'll take a bit more time to get this show done, but we'll continue to do our best to deliver a show that we're confident will be enjoyed by everyone around the world. Look forward to more updates in the future. So that's from Oda himself.
Yeah, and then everybody was throwing him under the bus too, because everybody said that. They were like, "Oh, you have a problem with it? Tell Oda. Oh, who did this? Oda. Go take it up with Oda." So it's like, well, I think they are.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
you can't really say that because most people like The Shining, but Stephen King hates that movie.
That's a good point. It's a good analogy. All right.
So are we supposed to hate it because Stephen King doesn't like the movie adaptation? No, we have our own opinions. We can say whatever we want, just because you don't like it.
Or vice versa. If you like it and then, or if he likes it and you hate it, doesn't mean either one of you is wrong.
Yeah. He likes this cast. I'm going to trust his judgment for now until I see a trailer or something. The more I think about the cast, the more I think it could be okay. But I'm not completely on board yet. Like I said, I think when it was announced, what was it, a couple months ago? Mm-hmm. And we talked about it on the podcast. I was saying that I wasn't even going to watch it because I've had bad experiences with live action adaptations of anime, and I was just going to skip it entirely.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said earlier, I'm one of those people who has to watch it in order to be able to say something and give an actual opinion about it. So, yeah, I'll probably check it out.
Take one for the team, man.
Even if it's just like a couple episodes.
And, you know, someone brought that up, too, in comments. And they said that, too. They were like, you know, oh, if you're just going to complain about every live action, or if you're going to be like that. And it's like, yeah, but how many times do we fall for the same thing? You know, it's like, it looks good, it sucks ass. Oh, this looks promising, it sucks ass. Oh, this one might be good, it sucks ass. It's like, how many more do we have to fall for the same trick?
I actually saw somebody in the comments say that there have actually been more good live-action adaptations than bad. And I'm like, which ones have you been watching? Like the only, like I said earlier, the only one that's been good has been the Rurouni Kenshin.
Right.
I guess Battle Angel Alita was pretty good, from what I understand. That was Robert Rodriguez, so I mean, you remember my friend that came on, the guy that directed those movies we watched?
Yeah.
He was talking about how he really enjoyed that movie.
Alita.
Yeah, Alita. I've been meaning to check it out, like even before he said anything, but like most movies, I just never do.
I mean, all right. So let's take that for what it is. Let's say, and I'll even put in. I'll put in Ace Attorney because Ace Attorney was really good. So what do we got? We got Ace Attorney. We got Kenshin. We got Battle Angel Alita, and what was the other one?
Fist of the North Star.
No, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So, Kenshin, Alita, Ace Attorney. And what was the other one? Okay. So,
I don't think there was any.
So we'll say 3.
Yeah,
right? So
those
3 good ones, right? All right. So on the opposite end of the spectrum, we got Dragon Ball, we got Bleach, we got Death Note. Guess what? We already caught up.
Oh, Death Note, Japanese and American.
You know what? I'll even be nice and generous. I'll say I'll count that as 1. I'll count that as 1. And guess what? Attack on Titan. We already hit 4. We've already broken there's been more good than bad.
Yeah.
I mean, do we need to continue? I mean, jeez, man. The JoJo one was questionable.
I heard the Gintama one was pretty good.
Gintama? I haven't watched it, but...
I haven't watched it either. I haven't even watched the show, so I don't know.
that would be our friend Jose. He's the Gintama expert.
Have to ask him.
Yeah, get his opinion on there.
But even still, that's just 4 and...
did I say Attack on Titan?
Yeah, you did say Attack on Titan.
Jeez. What else was there? There was...
I see you got Kite over there. How was that?
Kite garbage. It's got Samuel L. Jackson. You know?
Mr. I Like Hentai.
Yeah. 5 right there. Jeez, man. So, it goes on and it goes on and it goes on, man. So... Oh, well, you know what? Well... The Kaguya one wasn't fine.
Kaguya was okay?
Kaguya was okay.
I still haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I think when you watched it on the viewing party, I think I missed that one.
You did. Yeah, you weren't there. It was good. It was good. It was good. They changed up the ending though. Because remember in the second season when it was Miko versus Shirogane for the presidency, they made that between Kaguya and Shirogane.
Oh.
And it was kind of like, what? And then when I saw the anime and I saw that it was actually Miko doing it, I was like,
what the heck?
What are you doing? So, but then it's curious to see what they're going to do for part 2, so.
Yeah.
But the Wotakoi movie was actually a musical.
Oh, was it?
So I don't know how you feel about that. I felt a little bamboozled. I mean, it was still all right. It was still like a giant circle jerk to weeb culture, and I respect and love it for that. And they even got Uchida Maya in there too, so I'm like, all right, sure. So I don't want to knock it, but I don't know. I would say that's barely a passable adaptation, because the anime was really solid. But the fact they turned it into a musical, and I'm not big on musical. I ain't been into musicals since I was like 10. But
I don't know. I still like a musical here and there, but I don't know. It depends on the musical.
Yeah.
Like, what was the last one I watched?
Hamilton.
No, I don't watch Hamilton.
Me neither.
I think the last one I watched that I actually enjoyed was Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen anything new.
So you're an Obi-Wan Kenobi, I see.
Yeah, I got the high ground. I guess.
Kashurn was garbage.
Which one?
Kashurn, the live action. That was garbage.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about that one.
What else? There's not Kid or Robo. There was the Mobile Suit Gundam.
Oh, was there a live action for that?
There was a live action Gundam. That was like G Savior, I want to say.
Wow.
Mobile Suit.
Did they use that life-size Gundam for this?
1999. Yeah, English live action film. Yeah.
It was... Oh, wow, it was American?
Yep, absolute garbage.
Did they have the Mexico Gundam?
No, this wasn't G Gundam. This is G Savior. Canadian live action television film set in the UC timeline.
Canadian?
Yeah. Damn Canucks. But yeah. So if you want to make that argument about there's been more good than bad, no, you're not going to win. You're not going to win that. Not at all.
And then there was one guy who was constantly like, it's just herd mentality. They don't actually think it's bad. They're just following the rest of the negativity. And then he brought up just like with subs being better than dub. You lost all credibility. It's like, I can understand if somebody hadn't watched the dub and was constantly saying, dub sucks, blah, blah, blah. But, like, for me, I started watching dub. And then I moved over to sub because I realized that the translations were bad. And they were just changing things. I'm like, this isn't what they're saying.
Jelly donuts.
Right? Which, actually, as a kid, I was stupid enough to fall for that. For Pokemon. With their donuts. It was like, that's a weird-looking donut. Like, I want to try it, though.
Banish you to the Shadow Realm.
Right? Which I'm pretty sure in the manga was just they were killing you.
Yeah. Yeah, if you lose this game, you're dead. Oh, you mean Shadow Realm?
No, you're dead.
No, you're dead. You're gone. You're wasted.
I remember reading the manga when Shonen Jump, Weekly Shonen Jump was just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty good, actually. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga.
Oh, yeah.
I should probably get back into that one, because I got to a certain point, and then I think I just stopped buying the Shonen Jump magazines, because I couldn't find them where I was. Or I had a subscription, and it was taking too much of my money, so I canceled it. One of the two. But yeah, the manga was actually pretty good. And I know the Pokemon manga has some... Well, I know there's that one that has the Charmeleon cutting an Arbok in half.
Yes.
What was that, Pokemon Adventures?
Yes.
I haven't read any of the other ones, but I've seen that scene multiple times.
When they're always trying to be like, it's not as cutesy as it seems.
Yeah. Not that I really care. I mean, Pokemon is Pokemon. I've been kind of following Pokemon ever since I was little. Like, even now, I still kind of like, oh, hey, something new going on with Pokemon. And I've been trying to get back into the card game, so.
Yeah, man, I'm just saying that. Imagine this goofy Mexican, Brazilian, whatever he is, right? And now you're gonna like put a CG arm on him. I mean,
well, I can't expect much from the CG. I mean, I'm just hoping that since apparently they're giving it a Game of Thrones level budget, that they can afford good CG.
I'm just happy they're going to go so broke that they're not going to be able to do these anymore. Which, I was talking to some of the homies last night, and, I said that I'm kind of happy that Netflix, because they've lost so many contracts, like they lost the contract with Paramount, they lost the contract with Disney, I think they might still have something with Fox, I'm not sure. But they lost so many, their only avenue now is to invest in anime. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, cool, because, look what they're doing with, like, JoJo, then we saw Tiger and Bunny, I posted in the Discord and on the page.
Yeah.
Comey, obviously. What else was the other one? Lost in Eden, the one from the Rave Master guy and the Fairy Tale guy.
Oh, that one?
So, they're doing, and then obviously Record of Ragnarok. Which, like I said,
you mean the slideshow?
Well, that was Way of the House
Apparently.
Husband, but yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
Apparently, from what people were saying. Which got a second season, by the way.
Of course.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Way of the House Husband and Record of Ragnarok. So suck it.
Yeah.
All I know is one of my favorite fights is getting adapted now. So that's the Jack the Ripper Hercules fight that they ended it on.
Okay. Yeah. I'm happy for that. I am in an immoral state of affairs because it's like I want to support Dave Chappelle, as one wannabe funny man to an actual legitimate funny man. So, I want to support him too. And so far they haven't canceled or removed him. So I appreciate that Netflix doing that, regardless of what they want to say or what statements they want to make. They still haven't taken his show down. So
yeah,
I'm okay with that. Then again, they are the network, or they are the streaming platform of cuties. So that's kind of weird, but
yeah, but didn't that get taken down?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I've never looked it up. So.
Me neither. I don't want that on my browsing history.
Right? Have the FBI contact. Yeah. I've already got the FBI on me for anime.
Yeah.
3,000-year-old lolly. So.
Yeah. She's a dragon. Convert the age.
There's a manga about that.
The 3,000. Yeah, it's called Kobayashi.
No. Where is it? Do I have it on here?
Holy shit! That's your manga collection.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently reading.
Wow.
Some of it hasn't been updated in a while.
Wow.
I'm gonna find this. Keep talking.
What about 100 Girlfriends? Is that updated?
That updated yesterday. I read the new chapter. They were at Onsen.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. I want to support Netflix because they seem to be investing in anime now, so I'm okay with that. I feel comfortable right now with basically Crunchyroll and with Netflix. Not that, again, Crunchyroll also doesn't do shady things, but for the most part, when they do something dumb and it backfires, it's just hilarious and sad and dumb. But it doesn't really bother me or affect me, like Guardian High Spice Life. And what was the other one? X-Arm?
Is that really bad CG one? Yeah. Okay, so it's called An Evil Dragon That Was Sealed Away for 300 Years Became My Friend.
Aww.
Yeah.
Wait, is that one that I tagged you in a meme in? And
I think you might have, and then I started reading it. Yeah.
Wait, Roman takes the meme actually seriously.
I don't know, it looked interesting, so I was like, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good. But yeah. But now it's if Netflix is just gonna take all these profits we're giving them and turning them into these live actions, it's just what are you doing? What?
Well, it looks like they put all their anime budget into Komi, because...
Yeah. Yeah. Too bad they didn't put any investment into their release schedule. What the hell is that all about?
I thought they did the whole season and then released it.
No, they're trying to match Crunchyroll and Funny and do the weekly releases. But I guess they're still not used to that, so because Komi hasn't updated.
So they're just were we supposed to do something today?
Nah. How about that One Piece, Yeah? Goofy-looking Mexican kid, yeah? Oh, yeah. King of the Pirates.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Goofy is kind of a goofy-looking guy anyway.
This guy is...
I'm still trying to think positively here. I'm trying to think that maybe there's a possibility that it could be okay. Not good, just okay. I'm trying to keep my expectations low. Because it's One Piece, it's my all-time favorite anime.
You just don't want to break Oda's heart. And Madoka bless you, but man, it's again, it's it's 3 strikes you're out, and you're now on strike number 10. It's come on, the game's already over, and you're just I'm gonna get it. Well, I'm gonna get that home run this time. I swear it.
They're more like those other ones for foul balls.
Oh man!
If this one fails, then yeah, it's a strike, and I'm done completely. But I'm hoping it's decent. I think I dropped down from okay to decent. But yeah, like I said, I gotta see a trailer. I gotta see what the CG is gonna look like, because Luffy's gonna have to be CG, and everybody else that has some kind of devil fruit power, especially those that have Zoan devil fruits, where they turn into a half animal, half human hybrid. Or if they wanted to actually put some effort into it and do practical effects, I would not be opposed to seeing someone with actual practical costume for these half Zoan, half.
And you know what's interesting too is everybody makes the knock on like bad CG and all of that, and that's not even an excuse. And I'll tell you why. Because look at like something like Black Panther. Black Panther made $1 billion.
And people like PS2 graphics.
Yeah, exactly. People make that joke. And then that's on like the major blockbuster Hollywood front, right? But now let's peel it back into the anime front. Like Kimono Friends.
Yeah.
Look how big Kimono Friends blew up. The only thing that stopped Kimono Friends was Kimono Friends. The director did that stupid thing. Well, no, the director wanted more control on directing the show, and they said, no, shut up and go back to your desk, and then he quit. And so that caused a whole rift in the Kimono Friends community, and that's why, the second season just kind of, I don't know. I would still want to watch the second season, but a lot of people abandoned the show. But, the first season was great, and it was absolute potato animation. Like, it was N64 graphics. It was like that. But the premise of the show, the characters, the personality was amazing. It was fantastic. And so that proved to you graphics don't make the show. Now fast forward to this year, and then look at Shinigami and his Black Maid.
Yeah.
Bokuchan and Kuromedo. Not the best animation as well. That was everyone's favorite JC Staff. Look how good that show was.
I still got to finish it.
Yeah,
it's good.
And it was like, there you go. And so it's not just about if you have bad CG, it's going to make or break the show. That's not it at all.
No.
It's how you use it and everything else that comes into play. So you can't just dismiss one piece as being like, oh, it's going to suck because it has shitty CG. That's not an excuse these days.
No.
If the actors sell it, if the story sells it, if the action sells it, you can still make something out of it. But to put all of those together and you have a bunch of kind of inexperienced actors, a lot of them, they're coming from a bunch of mishmash things, and again, going back to my boy Sanji, it's like, that's great that you're Shakespearean and all of that. How do you feel when you see some anime titties? That's where I'm coming from. Remember, we're talking about the guy in Jump Force that when he won't strike any of the female fighters. Remember, he hits them with heart beams and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You think the Shakespearean trained British actor is going to be able to pull that off?
I don't know. I got to see his range.
Exactly. That's my concern. That's where I'm coming from. So yeah,
that was also one of the discrepancies as far as the Oda saying what the nationalities were, and then them trying to go with that. Was that according to Oda, Sanji would be French, and they chose a British actor.
French, British. Ooh, don't tell the French that.
Just another thing they lose at.
Right.
Getting acting jobs.
Yeah, you couldn't even get your anime character.
Couldn't get, what's the name of that dude that... You ever seen the movie Leon the Professional?
John Reno.
Yeah, couldn't get him to play Sanji, so...
No. Yeah, too old.
Is he I think he's the only French actor I actually really know.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple others, but
yeah.
He's the only one that I actually recognize.
And you remember him because he was in Godzilla 1998.
Yeah, I was about to mention that too. He was in that Godzilla movie. He's one of the better parts of that movie. Don't get me wrong. If it wasn't called Godzilla, it'd be a pretty good monster movie.
Right.
But they called it Godzilla, and it's not Godzilla.
Yeah. He should be in the Expendables. I don't know why he hasn't been. John Reno, he's been in so many action movies. It's why not? But
yeah,
I don't know. It's man. I use go back. This is always my fallback, and it's again, I'm just like with the guys when I left the theater from Eternals last week. I said, I just want what's best for you guys, the actual fans of these franchises. So I'll talk shit regardless. That's just me. But if you guys are happy, my opinion's not gonna sway you one way or another. It's just gonna be all right, whatever. And so if you watch and you're like, I'm digging it. This actually bucks the trend. More power to you. I'm just I'm checked out, man. I have better things to do with my time. I'd rather just go watch the anime and pick up where I left off.
You should.
Yeah, I know. See.
Get to Boa. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't, because I know that everyone said that I should keep going because it was like CP9 was right after Alabasta. Because, well, I was in like the filler arc because it was like the Dragon Island or whatever, and the girl with the dragon eggs or something.
Yeah. I actually like that filler.
Yeah.
It's weird. One Piece has pretty decent filler.
Okay.
As far as that goes. Nowadays, it's mostly just like extending scenes because they only put like a chapter and a half in an episode. So it'd be like 2 minutes of Luffy rolling his arm. Stuff like that. But when they actually used to do filler like arcs, they're pretty decent. They're pretty funny. Like that one with the dragon. The girl that follows them around that they're helping out is pretty funny because she's got like some weird quirk. I can't remember what it is. But
quirk, that's Boku Hero, sir.
Yeah. But
yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm trying to think of a different word, but I couldn't do it.
I know. Her personality trait.
Yeah, her personality trait.
Gimmick. Yeah.
Like she's accident prone or something.
Oh, okay. Her clumsy. She's clumsy?
Yeah, she's clumsy.
All right.
But yeah, One Piece is one of the few anime where I actually enjoy the filler. That, and I think it's because they didn't spend a whole season and a half doing filler like a certain ninja anime that was not as good as One Piece. My opinion, by the way.
There was Bleach that just kept going 70 miles per hour. It just caught up to the manga. They were like, we have no more material to animate. What are we going to do? Filler. But to Bleach's credit, though, at least they made all their filler arcs like their own, like, contained stories. So the filler arc that started here actually picked up the next time they were at the filler arc. So they used all the characters in their own, like, separate filler arc universe. So I respected that. But yeah, they kept going and going and going, and then they would just catch up, and it was like, we need to put some more space between us. So we don't know where we're going with the story. You need to give us a filler arc. So
yeah, it's the whole reason that One Piece does what it does now, because they kept catching up.
Yeah,
and I guess they didn't want to do filler arcs anymore, so they just said, okay, well, we're just going to do like 1.5, 2 chapters an episode, and we'll just extend the scenes or whatever, and that makes the pacing go by really slow. And I think nowadays everybody says not to watch the anime after a certain point and just to read the manga, because the pacing is so bad that it's like not worth it.
I do notice that they like to drag out those scenes of staring at Luffy. Like, it's what's Luffy gonna do, and they just kind of like put the camera on him, and they like kind of zoom back. He's just like,
yeah, they do that a lot.
I don't know, and, it's like that. So it's like, why can't I? So it's like, okay, and they just like, that's like a running gag or whatever, So
yeah. But
see, I know One Piece.
Yeah.
I know it a One Piece.
So I went from I'm not going to watch it at all to I just hope it's decent and I'm going to check it out so I can give my opinion on it.
Oh yeah, no, I always wanted you to. I never wanted you to be so discouraged you don't watch it, but.
Well, I mean, how can I not be with the way live action adaptations have been?
I know. I think that your appreciation and love for One Piece though outweighs the knowledge that it's going to be bad. But I think that
yeah, like there's a piece of me that says I hope it's decent. I hope it's okay, not good, just decent and okay.
That's the One Piece fan talking.
And then the rest of me is like, God, it's a live action. It's not going to be good. Why'd they pick these people?
That's you as an anime fan.
And then there's also me going, well, maybe they'll be good. Who knows? They could surprise me. Maybe.
And it sounds like Oda is a man with a big heart. He seems like he really loves his fans and he loves his product. But. Brother, you're going up the waterfall on this one. I can't see it. I just can't.
There's also, sorry to cut you off.
No, yeah, go
There's
ahead.
also the fact that I have been like every form of media for One Piece. I have been very negative about. When I first saw the manga, I think I remember telling you about this. When I first saw the manga, I didn't want to read it because it had Buggy, and I was like, a clown. The clown is the villain? That's so stupid. I'm not reading that. And I skipped it until some dude in the comic shop was saying, you should check it out. It's pretty good. And I read it and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. Then the anime, first episode and like that they added Nami to the first episode, and the animation and art didn't look that good, and I was like, ugh. And then I kept watching it, and now it's my all-time favorite. And now the live action, I'm like, ugh, like what the heck? So I'm hoping my trend of not being interested in anything One Piece is going to continue, and it'll be okay. At least. Because, yeah, I've been very negative about One Piece since I first saw it. And after I check it out, I'm like, yeah, okay. I like it. It's great. So I'm hoping it's the same with this live action.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, I'll check it out. I don't know if it's got an actual release date yet. I think they're still... They just announced the cast.
Exactly. So, I don't think they've even gotten that far.
Yeah, so it might not even come out for another year or so. And we'll just get slow updates here and there. Like, oh, look at the costumes, and oh, look at this, and here's a poster. And it's like they do with all the Marvel movies, where I'm like, just stop! Leave stuff for the movie, or the show, or whatever. I don't want to know everything before I go in to watch it.
It's okay, the Eternals was so long, there was no way they could have ever told you everything.
Oh, well, that's good.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, so that's my expectations right now. Just I hope it's good, but, well, I should say okay, but we'll see.
In the meantime, you've got Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Is that next week or this week, I think?
Oh, it hasn't aired yet? I thought that aired already.
It did it? Okay. That's funny because I figured that if it would have come out that people would be talking about it. I haven't really seen anybody talk about it. Like, oh, man, this show's great. Oh, I don't know why everyone's hating on it. I haven't seen any of that.
There's still going to be people like that anyway.
I know.
Let me see. Cowboy Bebop live action.
With John Cho. Which I also was going to point out, too. It's like, Netflix announces Cowboy Bebop. They announce John Cho. And I'm just like, can this guy fight? And then, like, a couple of weeks later, dude literally breaks his ankle on an action scene. And I'm like, guess not. And then it's almost like, I don't know if it was Netflix that learned their lesson or if it's just Oda, knowing these kinds of things. But it's all like, they cast Zorro, and the first thing they were like, no, we're getting a dude that actually has choreographed sword fights. We're getting a Nishi. Done. And I was like, there's someone who gets it. There, at least he acknowledged what my concerns were. At least the obvious glaring concerns. It's like, he's a sword fighter. We should probably get someone that knows how to at least pretend to swing a sword.
Yeah.
Boom, there you go. All right.
Everybody else?
Yeah. Well, they told the Mexican kid to act like Luffy, and he seemed pretty autistic in the video. So I mean, there you go.
Okay, so Cowboy Bebop comes out the 19th.
All right.
So
Right before Thanksgiving.
Next weekend?
Yeah.
Or next Friday? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, next Friday, because I get paid that day.
Yep. That'll be fun. Fun.
Again, I'll probably check it out so we could talk about it at least.
Oh, you can talk about it. I'll laugh. I'm not going to watch that. I'd rather just go watch the anime again.
The only one I didn't subject myself to was the Death Note.
Light Turner.
Yeah, that one I didn't. I was like, no. I saw clips. I saw trailers. I was like, this is not Death Note. And there are still people who like that movie.
Unironically?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Whatever, everybody has different bad tastes, so...
I'll stick with Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'll stick with Thanksgiving, too. And Pumpkinhead. Which I never see any reactors watch. Maybe I should recommend it.
Yeah, you should do it.
Actually, I think I'm going to... No, well... Yeah, I could do that for this one person I watch. It'd be like, watch Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving. Go on their Patreon just so I can be a top patron and recommend the movie. Because that's what she does. A top patron gets to recommend a movie and she has to watch it.
Do it. Oh, do it. Oh, man. It could be it could be rated R and whatever.
Yeah, she's watched movies that had nudity in them before. She just, edits it out.
Okay.
Like blurred.
The mosaics.
Yeah, the mosaics.
Little Japanese censoring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not sure that one guy who was able to bypass it. And did you hear about that guy?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there was some dude in Japan who was able to bypass all the censoring, and he was like reselling them without the censors.
Wow.
He was arrested and he's in jail, I think.
Oh. hate the game, not the player, man.
Right? It wasn't an issue with him taking the censors out. It was an issue of him reselling the videos because they're not his. So that was the whole issue, was he was selling copyrighted products. If he would have just put it up for free, they wouldn't have got you. But I guess you can't make a living off of that.
Yeah, electricity doesn't pay itself, brother.
Right.
Photoshop isn't free. At least the good versions aren't free.
Yeah, exactly.
But oh
On a
well,
monthly
bless them.
plan to get
We
mine.
need to start a GoFundMe, get him out, pay his bail.
Right? What's the yen to dollar?
Last time I checked, it was 110 yen per dollar. So
it's actually more than $1 now.
yes.
Wow.
Not that I have any intention of knowing that for any reason. Shifty eyes.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my money into the yen.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'm done with the One Piece thing
Okay.
right now. I'm cautiously hopeful, but also keeping a realistic mind on it about it not being good.
You're very generous.
So
You're very generous.
we'll see whenever it comes out. All right, so next on the agenda.
I wanted to really briefly touch on my pumpkin spice thing because we were talking about this.
Yes, the pumpkin spice cup of noodles.
Right before we started recording this, someone tagged me that they had discovered pumpkin spice cup of noodles, and I had actually bought one on Monday, and so I ate it yesterday. And real quick, it's more like a dessert, honestly. I thought it was going to be more like pumpkin curry, because that actually is a thing. You can go to like Thai restaurants and get pumpkin curry like over rice with beef or chicken and whatnot.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be more like that. I was like, oh no, this was sweet. And they even said on the cup, they were like, for extra taste or an extra touch, put whipped cream on it. I was like, oh god, what is this? And to be honest, it isn't a bad idea, but I'm almost like, I don't know if I would do it again.
Wasn't executed properly.
Right, because I have like that togarashi, that the spice, the ramen spice, and I'm almost like, I wonder if I would have put that on there if it would have been like a sweet and spicy kind of a thing.
Kind of balance it out.
Right, because it was like really sweet, but it wasn't. It didn't make me sick sweet, but it was weird. But and they didn't put like any carrots or corn or anything like that. It literally was just the sauce and the noodles. So that was smart, because it would have been kind of weird to like eat a pea or something in that. But at the same time, I'm almost like I wish I would have put in some of that togarashi in there.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would have just like really made it enhanced or made it better. But that's it. It was sweet. It really was pumpkin spice. So they were not lying. And it was a broth, so it was like thicker than like soup, but yeah. So pumpkin spice cup of noodle. If you're adventurous, I recommend it. If you're not, probably not. And if you're a pumpkin fiend like me, like you just got to try everything pumpkin spice. Like every year, it just seems that I go and I buy like 2 or 3 more things that I didn't have left. Like I buy all the stuff that I bought the year before, but then I end up finding 2 or 3 more things pumpkin spice, and then I have to try those out next too. So yeah, but yeah, I got some pumpkin chips, like pumpkin chocolate chips to like bake cookies with. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'll be cranking those out. But yeah, only if you're adventurous. I don't know if Roman is that kind of weeb.
Oh, I'm not. I don't deal with the pumpkin spice.
But yeah, all right.
I don't even like pumpkin pie, so I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's our guy going off in Discord.
Probably posting another Hu Tao or
Knock off Megumin.
yeah.
Let's just close Discord so that those pop-up stuff coming in. Yeah. When is he just gonna admit that he's a lolicon?
I mean, if you admit it, then I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that.
He ain't exactly gonna be a fan of Nami, is he? Did he ever say?
I think he likes the girls from One Piece. He just doesn't like their chest. Because he said, I think he likes Nami. But, again, her chest just too big. Because I remember we were talking about a couple of the One Piece girls. I think it was Boa. I think and Nami and Robin. And I remember him making like actual positive comments about them, and I was like, "Oh, you like the girls from One Piece?" I was surprised. They don't have trap bodies, so. just so you all know, there was an instance where I posted a trap, and he was talking about how much he hated them, and I was like, "Is that because they got the body type you like?" And he's like, "Yes."
Wrecked. Absolutely destroyed. Smashed in one shot. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. So let's finish the anime that we were talking about last week.
Yeah. So pumpkin spice, too sweet. Well, not too sweet, but overly sweet.
Yeah.
Maybe needed something to balance it.
Yeah, definitely. If spice, something spicy, I think it would have been right there. But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's anime.
All right. So last time
left.
we ended up leaving off on Vampire Dies in No Time.
Yes.
Which, like I said, I think at the end of that episode, I think they found a good balance between his dying and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first episode, he died a lot.
No.
Like, overly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was way too much dust. Or, in his case, sand. Which I do like that he says sand when he dies. And now it's like maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 times an episode.
Right. Like, they're mitigating the joke.
Yeah. But they do it enough to where it's still funny. Like I said, I was worried they were going to overdo it with the death and it would just get stale and old. And so far it hasn't. And they've been introducing some other weird vampires to kind of keep you invested. Like, I think we talked about the naked flower vampire played by Blackbeard.
Yeah,
or One for All.
Yeah, Akio Atsuko as the naked vampire. As the rose vampire.
All for One, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, All for One.
Not One for All, that's All Might.
Yeah.
All for One.
All for One.
Yeah.
All for One. And
playing the naked...
Yeah. Solid Snake's Japanese voice actor.
Right.
Let's go Akio. And, yeah. And he's just having fun, man. He's just out here living his best life. And like I said, I like the character of Ronaldo because he's basically Dante, but they started up like he's Simon Belmondo is how you say the Japanese name. So his name is Rolando, but he's dressed like Dante. And it literally is the reference to Castlevania. It's like, oh, it's a castle, but it's full of traps. It's like, oh, that's literally how, if you read the back of the box for Castlevania on NES, that's what it all describes, you know? Big castle full of traps. So I thought that was pretty funny. But then when they started hitting you with some of those, it's like one of those when you least expect it shows, with the cat, the most recent episode with the cat, and he's all like, humans are only meant to be slaves for cats, you know, and then when I enslave them all they'll do is open cans of food for us, and I was like, damn, Jan, you go so real, man? It's like, I'm right here. I'm literally right here. Do you have to do all that?
Yeah, but Waver put him in his place.
Waver did put him in his place. Battle Axe Waver did put him in his place. That's basically me. That's literally me. It's like, dude, it's like the cat's like a dangerous animal. So no, it's not. So look at my cat. Look at my cat. See? Okay, I rest my case.
Yeah.
So.
I literally said that when I first saw him. I was like, that's Waver.
Yeah. The publisher.
Yeah.
His book agent or whatever he was. But yeah, it. And then the I know one of the other bounty hunters I know, that's Mikako Komatsu, and that's her birthday today, so happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday.
So
Which one was she?
Canis Sanzong. God, I don't remember, because she didn't have a name. I didn't catch her name, but she was one of the background characters. In the bounty hunter guild, and I was like, oh, that's her. That's definitely her.
Oh wait, you said the newest one was the cat. So you didn't see the one with the vampire that was running away from the girl?
Yes, the giant succubus bites me.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, well, I told you, this show's too real, man. I was just like, they're making fun of like the Twilight fans and all of that. I was just like, all the like ugly chicks who are all like, oh, they're so sexy vampires, and it's like, oh my god, this show is too much. This show is too much. I respect the balls on this show because it's willing to go there sometimes, but it's so unsuspecting. Like, I didn't imagine this show would go there. But the fact that they're just making fun of fat troglodytes that are obsessed with vampires bites me. I was like, oh my god. And oh my god, I need to see who the hell was she, because she sounded like a prominent voice actress. So characters. I don't know what the hell was her name. Fat girl. So, oh yeah, there's a waiver. Oh hey, Ronaldo is actually Achilles. Speaking of Shinigami or Shirogane. Hey. Oh wow, that's Lelouch.
Yeah.
Oh hey, there's Jotaro, Daisuke Ono. Tohan. Oh, there's that's Inosuke. That's Kirito.
Oh.
John. John is great. The armadillo.
Oh,
John!
yeah.
John, no, not John. Are you messing with John? Don't mess with John. You can't fuck with John, not John.
It's familiar.
It's like, John, are you okay? No, the vampire guy, he's kind of fuck that guy. John! So.
Let's see here.
Oh, he Kasayoko. Interesting. Oh, okay.
Maria.
Or maybe that's who I'm thinking. Oh, maybe so. That's Rory from High School DxD. Our other guy in Discord, his favorite voice actress, or at least his favorite character. So, she's right now. She's landlady in Jahi, and then she's also White Blood Cell from Cells That Work Black.
Mm-hmm. She's also in Bang Dream.
Yes, she is in Bang Dream. Yeah, all of that. So just Shinaichi. Oh man, just like was it? Yeah, quit being a waste of space. Oh, he actually called me a waste of space. Yeah, you're kind of a waste of space too, cop lady. Oh, you're not doing anything either. Oh, he actually called me a waste of space. They actually gave John a main character.
Well, he is.
They
got a Portuguese voice actor?
Yeah, the Portuguese dub, man. No, just going through
Where
all this.
is she?
No, I'm just going through all of these. The manager from the very first episode.
Haro Yamagishi?
Which one?
The manager.
Oh yeah, no, I just remember him because he was hilarious. Because he came in here, he's like, I need your help, and then he's just like, my son is being a dumbass, and he's confessing his undying love to somebody. It's like, okay. But
What do you think of Kyrie being the grandfather?
for
Dralux's grandpa.
Oh, he the board game of the board game of death or whatever.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That was his whole family was like whack, but it was still fun. it was, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm looking at this list now. Give me a sec. Bear with me here, folks. Von Dubuts. Oh wow, Seki Toshiko. Wow. He's really making a comeback. He's Muzan right now in Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
So he's really coming up.
Was this episode 6?
Yeah, this is the Hayami show, huh? He's in another show this season. But we need fat chick. Is it Stella?
Maybe.
Can't even remember.
Sounds.
Can't even remember her name. Oh no! Oh no! Is this it? Is it Kanahana's own? No! Don't say she's the fat chick! Is she the fat chick? Oh no! No! Say it's not so, Kana-san! No! I loved you! Oh, don't get me wrong, it'd be absolutely hilarious, and I wouldn't put it out of her wheelhouse that she can play a vampire obsessed like fat chick. Oh, what am I doing? Let's just copy the whole damn thing. Or, let's do this. Let's get the name. Let's do this, and because we already know it's kind of Hanazawa because it's Anime News Network. Let's see. Vampire dies in no time. This actually has a good cast. I can't believe this. No Time to Die. What do we do? Episode 7. Alright.
I think so.
Was it episode 7? I thought it was episode 6.
I thought so too, but that one says 7.
And now we're just getting into...
Yeah,
hey, there he is.
6.
There he is. There's my
yeah.
boy. Swallow my seed. Yeah. I'm just like fucking. I blame Roman. Swallow my seed. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I want to say that this was. I want to say that this was kind of Hanazawa. This. Episode 7. Well, that's cute. She's in her yukata. That's fine. John, manga John.
Looks exactly the same.
Oh man.
Wow, there's 17 volumes?
Really?
Well, if you go back, that's at least volume 17.
Oh wow. Sound. No, I just have.
Is that the naked? That's not the naked vampire guy, is it?
No, this is Annoying Senpai.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Why does it say vampire dies in no time?
Because it's all as a concurrent show. This is what's his face though. This is a guy that does the jacked up manga. This is pretty wholesome of him to have done this.
Well, they're only showing the top half.
Yeah, this is true too. I love this chick, the vodka chick.
Oh yeah, she's cool.
I was like, I know, I feel you on that, sister. It's like, what time is it? Drink time. I Moi Kyun? Oh, okay. Dragon Maid. That's not Vampire Dies. What is the... Okay, you say discussion. It's like, okay, we're wasting too much time here.
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
Kanahaza was the fat chick. Power props to her. Yeah, there he is. Utsuko Akio as Zenranium. Swallow my seed. Swallow Akio. Swallow solid snake seed, huh? I'm impressed by this cast, man. I'm actually very. I didn't think of this show at all. I was just like, alright, it's probably a dumb show. I mean, this is the same guy that has me watching Gotopo Pico. So Roman, no, Roman gets the W on this one. I underestimated him on this one, and like I said, this show just makes those slight little jabs right when you don't even expect it, and you're just like, alright, that's pretty funny. It's like, yeah.
And this was just a random pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you find it? You just were like looking at the list, you're like, this seems dumb, I'll watch it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
I was like, this looks funny. the description sounded funny, just him dying all the time, and I was like, oh. And then the first episode, I was like, oh, they might overdo it. And now I'm hooked. I'm in.
Wait a minute, Progenitor, that was his grandfather?
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking Joji Nakata. That's Kotomine from Fate, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I might have said the wrong name, but that's who I meant.
Yeah, Joji, he did, and then he was, of course, Gramps. So, yeah. Hassan, King Hassan.
Oh, yeah.
Because I guess they haven't figured out how to get him into FGO yet without releasing Kotomine, so they were like, just do King Hassan. And then he was like, done. But yeah.
But I'm still going to play Kotomine.
Yeah.
As King Hassan.
Yeah. For Edie Spiel's voice actress's birthday, he sent that picture of from Fate Zero with him just stabbing her. Happy birthday, Stab! So he's got jokes for an old man, but I haven't played the new Guilty Gear because he's still Soul Bad Guy, but yeah.
Nice.
So at this point, that's all Guilty Gear is just the greatest hits of voice actors, because they got Harem and they got Kikaku Inoue, who's Komi's mom, and then Norio Wakimoto as Johnny. So yeah, it's just right now Guilty Gear is just the greatest hits of old school voice actors. So, but anywho, yeah. So in terms of what the actual show is, I can't even tell you what the show is. This show's so dumb. God, this show's dumb. But it's got its moments where you're just like, all right, that's pretty funny. But yeah,
basically,
yeah, and it's I can see it, and I'm kind of like, I kind of think that that's where they're gonna get to eventually. Is they're gonna have like the big bad where they're gonna need to really fight together, and he's gonna have to overcome sound.
But will they?
Probably not.
Have you watched any of the previews?
Yeah,
they make it seem like it's going to be super serious.
Yeah. The movie previews at the end. Yeah,
and then they get to the episode and like, this wasn't what I was promised.
Every time.
Yeah, like this next coming up episode, some new vampires coming in. Is apparently a big deal, and it looks like everybody's going to be struggling. But I doubt that's what's going to be happening.
Yeah, just like every time you think that a live action won't disappoint you.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking at Hayami's show. Oh, Sosuke Aizen. Oh, speaking of Bleach. Damn, he's been a lot of main characters, hasn't he?
Yeah.
This is Hayami's show now. I'm looking since I pulled him up.
This is Arbon.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, wow. Tokiomi. Oh, wow! Tosuko's dad. The same guy that was just in Space Ishtars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Alright. Well. Interesting. Alright, props to him. Somebody had told me that too. They made that reference. They were like, there's a bunch of Bleach voice actors carried over into Fate, and I was just like, no way. And they were like, yeah. Because even Junichi Suwabe, who's the voice of Emiya Archer, is also Grimjo in Bleach. And I was like, I retract my statement. You are correct, sir. So I guess they just didn't have anything else to do after Bleach, so they all just migrated over to Fate, and here we are. A legend was born. But anywho, yeah. So Roman wins. I'm gonna watch this stupid show. I would almost take him up on that offer to watch One Piece, but we'll get there.
We'll see. All right. Anything else you want to bring up?
Not yet. Son. Jun Fukuyama. Damn it. God damn it. Yeah. He's also Joker in Persona. Like, I don't know, like I said, he fell off the face of the planet after he did Code Geass for me, and I didn't hear about it. I think he was Black Butler for a minute, and then I don't remember what he did, and then he came back as Joker in Persona 5, and I was like, oh, there you are. All right. So, but yeah. Good for him. Now he's a undying vampire. Good for him. Annoying senpai.
Annoying senpai.
Someone made the meme where it was the first episode where she was they were drinking together, and she's just like, why can't I be your housewife? And then the bottom picture is all like, my dick is as big as your thigh. And I was like, show's great. I love this show. I love this show. It's so wholesome. So I'm looking at this doujin right here that has Uzaki's mom on it. And I want to remind Roman that Hayami Saori is in here.
Yeah, she's what's her name, right?
Yeah, it was
the
other chick, not Sakurai. Sakurai's the dude. But
yeah.
You know who we're talking about. But yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Big boobs.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's interesting. It's cute. And I actually, when I was watching the most recent episode last night, I thought I took this morning. I took great pride in the fact that this guy can go and cook in his shirt and tie, and I'm all like, this guy right here, this is goals, and he doesn't make a mess. And I'm like, if I can ever grow up to be someone, I'm like, that's what I want to be. I want to be able to cook in my shirt and tie and not make a mess.
Yeah.
So, but it was really adorable, you know. It's like, he's big and annoying, but he cares about her too. So, and then he's like, oh, here's your tie, and then he's like, oh, I'm just gonna put it on display, and she's like, fuck that, put it on, and he's like, all right,
fine,
don't bite my ankles.
She could.
Yeah. It's also interesting too, because like I said, I have a whole newfound respect for shows and movies and media that deal with office life. Not necessarily like the 10, 20 shows that all deal with like Community and what was the other one? The Office. Those ones, I don't know, I don't click with those, but maybe it's because I'm a weeb, so I just tend to go to all the Office ones, you know, like Will Takoi.
What about Parks and Rec?
Never saw it. Like I said, too Western for me, man. Too Western. Too many white people. You guys like to say that, right? Too many white people. But yeah, not enough pink hairs and big boobs. And not enough Hayami Saori. Maybe if Hayami Saori was in there doing the dub, you're going to look that up. So, because Hayami Saori, did she do any the Japanese dubs for Parks and Recs? So.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I feel for that. And the chick that drinks vodka or smuggles vodka in, I was like, sister, I feel you on that one. Some days you need a drink. Man. Too much.
This last one was what, the Valentine episode?
Correct.
Yeah, where she put, was it vodka in her chocolates?
Yeah. Yeah. She ate the one Hayami Saori made, actually. She stole that dude's chocolate, ate it, and then he's like, yo, bitch, what happened to my chocolate? She gives him the vodka chocolate. She's like, eat this. And he's just like, all right, at least I got chocolate. Don't care.
Yeah. He's desperate.
Yeah.
Don't blame him, but
yeah,
okay.
No, he's not wrong, but he's desperate.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. It's a good wholesome show, and at first I was kind of like concerned, kind of like what you were saying about Vampire Dies, about how the joke is going to be like, okay, he's annoying, right? But is that going to be the whole thing? It's like her just complaining, but they actually kind of moved away from that, you know, really fast, and so they have an interesting relationship where they take care of one another, and you know, even though he's very overbearing, it seems that he still gives her freedom to grow and develop and be better. So, you know, and then she feels bad and she reciprocates. It's like, oh,
yeah. It's a, as you said, wholesome show. Very, very good.
Yeah.
I don't think I've watched many wholesome shows recently, so this is a good change of pace. Usually it's fighting, comedy, music, you know, not so much wholesome.
You saying Redo of Hitler wasn't wholesome?
Well, I mean,
it's just
you got to put that in a category all its own.
Yeah, it's just a man.
It's way too wholesome.
Yeah, it's lots of hand holding,
right? Among other things, being held in that show.
Yeah,
I still need to finish. I think I only got up to episode 3.
What? Come on, man.
Yeah, I gotta finish it.
Yeah, yes, you do. How are we ever gonna get a second season if you don't go and finish the first one? Oh, that show sucks. Oh man, that show sucks. but
It'll get a second season.
it will. Absolutely will.
It's the kind of show that gets second season.
Who was the one that was it? Didn't Crunchyroll still air it? It was just censored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Funimation was the one that took it down. They're like, wait, what did we license? Take that off. No. That was Interspecies Reviewers.
Right. Okay.
I don't think Funimation did.
Or Fuse or Views had it. That one. That one still had it.
They're the ones that had it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's funny. So, don't watch that show censored. Do yourself a favor, go watch that uncensored. Unlike Annoying Senpai, which is should be censored because there's lots of wholesome things that shouldn't be viewed by anybody lest you contract diabetes.
Right. Especially some uncensored hand holding just in the opening.
Most recent episode when dude Sakura got jealous of Hayami Saori. And he's all like, well, you don't like because you're just a giant skank. I saw you walking with that dude. And she's just like, excuse me? And it was like, oh. And he's like kind of a tool too because he's like, oh, please don't tease me. And it's like, you don't say that to Hayami Saori. All right? Hayami Saori rolls with Aoyuki. All right? She was on Aoyuki's birthday stream. So if you say that, you're going to get punked. It's just how Hayami Saori rolls.
Yeah.
I am impressed that they managed to fit her in this show. Because, like I said, Hayami Saori's in a running with Aoyuki to be in every single franchise imaginable, so... Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're both almost there.
Yeah.
I mean... Is she the one that's in One Piece now?
Yes. I was going to say that, too, when you were talking about it. I know it's what I'm invested in. I just want to see Hayato. The genderless character, the non-binary character.
Yeah.
Who identifies as Yamato gender.
Odin.
Yeah, there you go. Odin gender.
Yep.
Oh, wait, you're telling me she's a female?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. And believe me, there was a lot of backlash about that.
Odin responded in the best way possible. He's like, if you think that's making you mad, wait until you see my live-action cast. Now everybody's mad. Oh, man. Like, well, you got the SJWs mad at you, Mr. Oda. Cool, let's get the rest of them mad at me now.
It's probably like they've been mad at me since I upped Nami's bust size.
Oh man, God, man, that's just what is it? They're like aliens, man. She's like inhuman, it's like balloons. It's like, well, think about her shoulders, man.
Where are her internal organs?
Talking about Oda, man. Oda gave up drawing torsos in like the 4th story arc.
For ladies, yeah. And giving guys buff legs.
Good.
Because they don't have buff legs.
Good. Oh, man. But yeah. You know who doesn't have buff legs? Senpai is annoying.
Yeah.
Although I do like her friend. Her friend, was it Setsuna? Her friend is hilarious.
Yeah, she's cool.
The friend is great. So, and she's always talking smack and all that. But she cares. So, it's yeah.
It's one of those friendships.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. It's a good premise. It's a good story. I do appreciate that, again, that they didn't draw out her just constant, like, it's almost like not even a typical tsundere kind of a thing too, because normally a tsundere is like, no, but now she's really like just getting over her insecurity and coming out. So we're halfway through with the show, so I'm looking forward to this. But
I think it's still going. I got an update for it the other day.
Correct.
Which I'm not that far on the manga. I stopped reading it because the anime came out, so I was like, I'm just gonna watch this and then I'll continue.
Was the manga, were they just 4 comas or were they actual like whole like chapters?
Well, I got it open right now. It'll load. There it goes. Why do you keep doing this to me?
All right.
It's like an actual chapter, pretty much. Just short. Like 4 pages. See, it's like this. So yeah, normal paneling, just
That's
only
in color.
4 pages.
Okay. Aww.
Yeah.
Cat and the bear. Aww.
Oh, is that a bear? I thought that was a pig.
No, that's a bear. That's his animal. Is the bear.
Yeah, he's
Again,
big enough to be a bear.
Again, yeah. The connection with me and Senpai is very, very there. Spirit animal. But yeah, I like it. It's also pretty much all I've got to say for the show because it's like, what else can I tell you? It's wholesome. I connect with the office life. I love it when they portray characters like him that are like so old school. They still have Nokia phones.
Oh yeah.
So
it's like, how do I send a picture?
yeah, and I'm like, I haven't. The last phone I had that was even remotely similar to that was a Razr flip phone, and now I've just had smartphones ever since. So I'm like, I really don't know how anybody at this point would still be stuck with a Nokia. So, but that's a trope that always works. So
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright still has his Nokia phone, so you know.
I mean, they're indestructible.
This is true. It's true. Nokia uses some of that NES Nintendo technology, indestructible.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a pretty easy one, man. Because, like I said, there's nothing really going on. It's will they, won't they, and yeah. So.
Yeah, and I doubt we'll get to that by this season.
Yeah. My senpai is season 2 even more annoying. But yeah.
All right, so next
Moving
on
on.
the agenda,
Comey?
Comey, which, as I said, Netflix put all of their budget into.
Why don't they give Comey the Lord of the Rings, or not Lord of the Rings, the Game of Thrones treatment? Give that show the budget.
Right.
And you know that right now there is a live action Comey also airing, right?
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she has a really easy job. All she does is shake a bit and not speak.
Are you saying you're not a fan?
No, I'm enjoying the show. I like a lot of the side characters.
Correct, yeah. Yeah.
Which probably is what makes the series so interesting and why people keep coming back. Except for what's her name? Miss Stalker, I'm going to hide this dude in my closet and threaten to bury him in the mountains. He speaks.
So she, Ren the guy, this the yandere. So she in the manga she actually had a knife. She didn't have really sharp chopsticks.
She had a knife?
Yeah, she just had the knife. She just straight had a knife.
Netflix, you're letting me down.
Right, which is really like, okay, how edgy are they gonna get? But they just swapped out the knife for really sharp chopsticks. But
I mean, it'll still hurt,
yeah,
but it's not a knife.
yeah,
The knife just gets it across.
right. And you know, she's really weird. I'm not gonna say that I particularly like her character, but she does make me laugh. Like how out of the way she goes to like lick the walls and all, eat her hair, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't laughing,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would say she's my least favorite right now.
So you're saying you like Najimi more than you like Ren,
Yes.
even though Najimi is a trap.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Because I really was when I met Aguri the dog, I was like, oh, that's Roman's wife right there. That's Roman's kind. That's Roman's type right there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've introduced 2 of my type. Because I like Chunibyo's too.
Oh, dragon.
And she was just introduced. So, yeah.
The dragon power. If we separate, my dragon force will explode.
Just reminds me of, what was it? Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions.
Yeah, literally Chunibyo, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Maya Uchida right there.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first roles I ever remember her in. So, but yeah, there it is. And I think that we're getting to the was it track and field meet? I wanted to say the school festival. No, the school festival, quite honestly, will be where I think we'll end this season. But
is this a 12-episode season?
I want to say it is. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't already have a second season lined up.
Yeah, especially with as requested as it was.
Yeah. How does it make you feel to come off be a Nagatoro fan and now watch Komi?
Well, Nagatoro's better.
Whoa. Okay.
Main heroine, I would say. I just liked her personality more. I mean, I'm not going to say that Komi's a bad character. I get the whole not being able to talk to people, especially if you don't know them. Because I kind of have that issue too. Most friends I've made, I've always talked to me first. If they talk to me first, I'm able to continue, kind of continue a conversation. But outside of that, I just avoid contact. But I'm not as bad as Komi, I would say. Like, I'm not gonna make an entire school think I'm the most amazing person in the world just because I don't speak. Which, by the way, it's kind of annoying. That's like one of my least favorite aspects of this series, is the whole Komi is so amazing, she's great, she's this and that.
She's the school's Madonna, man.
I hate that trope, though.
Yeah.
Like, any anime, I hate that trope.
Even in Kaguya-sama?
Ugh.
Really?
If it wasn't for the fact that... Kaguya is what we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that Kaguya had like a decent personality and was funny, then yeah, that'd probably be... I'd probably not like that too much either.
Funny personality. So you're saying that when she just admits breathing is fun, that makes it's funny?
Yeah, I find that funny. It doesn't take a lot to make me think something is funny.
Yeah, I like Komi's mom. Best girl.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, when Kikuko Inui goes to Forever 17, I was like, this has to have been pre-planned. I can't imagine them not have been like, yeah, we need to cast Komi's mom. Well, she's Forever 17, so that means Inoue-san, we have a role for you.
Why did she say the same thing?
That's her gimmick.
Oh,
so yeah, it's just her when she was performing on stage. It was just she just comes out and she's just like Forever 17, oi oi oi, yeah, oi oi oi. So it's like, yeah, they even did it when for one of the Blu-ray extras on Sales at Work because she was Macrophage, and so Kanohana Nozawa and I think it was the platelet who's also Kana in Kobayashi, and they said that too.
Right.
She's just like Kikuko Inui this. And then how you ever say it, Forever 17, and it's oi, oi, oi. So, that's just her thing. And then that was literally in Zetsubo Sensei. Sayonara Setsubo Sensei. And then they were like, yeah, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna live my life just like Kikuko Inui. And then they did that whole thing. They actually got her in there just to do her onstage gimmick. And I was like, wow. So I was like, this has to have been intentional. I don't think it was the mangaka's intention. But when they were casting, they were like, "Oh, there's only one person that can be this," and it's an Ada type. I was like, "Yeah, no, this is too perfect." So, Kikuko Inui is basically the mother of all Ada types. So, she deserves to be the Mount Rushmore of voice actors. But
I'll take your word for it.
Damn straight. But yeah. But Najimi is one of my favorites too. Just because and they said it too. They were like, even to this day in the manga, they still don't know what Najimi really is.
So just Najimi.
Yeah, Najimi is Najimi gender.
Yep.
So, but yeah, and then it was. So I was gonna say too, when you said, "Oh, I just don't like that whole Komi is so cool," you can't even think about her. And then it was like after she quote unquote beat her rival, and then she's all like trying to shake her hand, And then she's like, I get it. We're so cool. We don't want to shake hands because you don't want to discourage me from going even further.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's so dumb. That is funny. And that's what it basically is. It is the whole misunderstandings, too. And I get it, too. The yandere is a little over the top, but yeah, in the first episode, it was even in the trailer, too, where she went to Tadano, and she's just like, if you get close to Komi, I'll kill you. Don't you even breathe her airspace, I'll stab you in the back. I'll tear your balls off, you motherfucker. I was like, what is this?
I didn't watch any of the trailers, though.
Yeah.
I didn't...
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. And that line, too, that was in the manga, too. It's like, where do you prefer, the beach or the mountains? He's like, the mountains? He's like, cool, that's where I'm going to bury you. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, man. Yeah. So, Ren, she's funny.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's not.
Yeah.
But, yeah, as far as, like, all the other side characters, I like her the least.
Aww.
But I still think she's funny. That episode was pretty good.
Yeah. That was... In the manga, it felt a little bit more powerful, I want to say, because that was, like, kind of the first time that Komi really, like, spoke and talked.
Yeah.
But they kind of... I don't know if Koga Aoi was overselling the stuttering, but yeah. But you know, they didn't. When you see the official manga, there was actually more like a whole sentence that wasn't broken up. So it was way more impactful, I felt, in the manga, and I was expecting that to carry over. But like I said, Koga Aoi broke it up into with stuttering and all of that, which I guess would be more natural. So she's really just selling it, but at the same time too, it was supposed to be the first time she speaks in an unbroken, unstuttering sentence. So I don't know.
Okay.
That's how I took it. So look at me over here dissecting anime and shit.
Right. How dare you?
I know.
This is what the production team wanted. This is what they liked.
I know.
How can you not be on board with what they liked?
I know. This is what Netflix takes all my money for, so they can turn around and cast One Piece live action.
Or take out all the blood in Seven Deadly Sins.
They announced that movie as well.
Oh, they're doing a movie for Seven Deadly Sins?
Yeah, Tristan, I guess. Tristan's movie. The movie centers around the son. Tristan.
Right. Right. Knights of the Round Table. Because I think Ban has Lancelot.
Really?
I think so. Like him and whatever the king's sister's name is. I can't remember her name. The Lolly.
Wow. Hey, well, like I said, that's our boy's favorite type, so can't be too mad.
Right.
Look, man, I'm just in it for Diane, okay? That's all I'm here for.
Yeah. Well, and Merlin.
Yeah, fair. And Elizabeth. So there you go.
Yeah, her too.
That's Amamiya Sora right there. So that's Miko and Miyoruka-chan. There you go.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Diane is Aoyuki.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I remember that one. I don't know who does Merlin.
Maya Sakamoto.
Oh, okay.
So you're Janu. Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah. Yeah, man. This is it's pretty good. It's I really want to get to the knight chick, the chivalry chick, so we'll see how that comes too. But there is one I want to also get to the track meet. So the track meet I think will be pretty fun. We'll see how all their unlimited budget works goes when they get to that part, but yeah.
What is that? Pretty crazy?
It should be. It should be. We'll see, though. It's the first time you can see Komi actually get competitive. Because right now, you know... This was the first episode as well where she get kind of defensive for her friends. But now, in the track meet, I think that you'll see her actually getting defensive for her friends. So
Okay.
Or, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, there's more to come.
Cool.
So, but, I'm digging it. I think they're doing a solid job. I just wish they would fix their release schedules. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing with all that, but yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. I like it.
Yeah. Which is funny because I thought that you were going to tap out. I figured you were going to be like, this is dumb. Why doesn't she talk? Well, she has a phobia. No phobia is that bad. This is dumb. I'm leaving. Okay. But I'm happy that Najimi worked his magic on you.
Yeah. Just like Astolfo. No. I'm kidding.
At least say Venti from Genshin.
Yeah, but I don't even really play Genshin. I play FGO. Genshin, I just go on and roll every once in a while. I actually had to delete it from my phone because it was taking up like 14 gigs of space.
Jeez. Oof. Yeah, that's why I built my PC, and I still haven't even plugged it in to my Genshin machine.
I know it's over here on your chair.
Yeah.
Everything's all put together?
Yeah, it's there. Just need to throw it together and plug it into the wall. But probably going to put it over here on unplug my PlayStation 3 and throw it up on there. That's what I'm waiting for. So
okay.
Maybe on my
you're going to use your TV as a screen?
Yeah, correct.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah. That's what's up. So yeah.
So yeah, it's a good series. I'm enjoying it so far.
Good.
Maybe my opinion will change a little bit on Comey.
Comey gets better. I remember someone shared the meme where they were like, it was the Speedwagon, and it was like, true gentlemen don't loot Comey. And I was like, I agree. Don't loot Comey. Loot Comey's mom.
Or Nijimi.
It's like a Ken doll down there, man. There's just nothing, man. Jeez. And it's funny too that you said that because, like I said, Namijini is voiced by Ram from ReZero. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
An actual decent personality here.
Wow. That's why Ram looks at you in disgust.
She wouldn't do that if she knew I enjoyed that.
So it was a scum Barasu? Scummerzu? Yeah.
What is it? I think I got all the volumes of that one Dojin. The show me your panties and give me a look of disgust or whatever. I think I got all the volumes. And I got some wall scrolls.
How many volumes of that is there?
It was like 8.
Oh, I was about to say, there can't be too many. I mean, 8 is still a lot, but it's like there can't be too many of that.
Yeah, I think it's like 8.
Okay. Jeez.
Then I was going to get these other ones, but I was like, oh, wait, these are guys. No, never mind. Yeah, he does a guy version, too.
I mean, props to him, man. Hey, B, give it to the other side, too, man.
They need their stuff.
Hey. So, props. So, get that money. Go be gender equal. That's what we're all about.
Gender equality.
That's absolutely correct. So, Najimi can be whatever you want him to be. And it's funny, too, because in the flashback, they actually showed Najimi wearing the boys' uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he asked, weren't you a boy in middle school?
And they said, too, even the mangaka has never addressed it, too. Like, even the mangaka, when they asked him, they were like, yo, what is Najimi? And he's like,
Nah.
Yes. What is Najimi? Yes.
Najimi is a human being.
So that was also pretty good too when they basically walked out of Ren's house and then Najimi was just he was like, "What about me? Hey, you dicks!" I'm just here with the yandere stalker. That's all, It's the worst that could happen with her sharp chopsticks,
right? Especially after she was the one that told him not to go into the closet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't open that door. And what's the first thing he does? He does? Opens the door. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm bothering you.
Not sure what kind of play this is. Oh, man. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. I
will say that was one thing that Comey wrote that was funny.
So
when when they were in the room with the yandere,
mm-hmm.
and she was saying, isn't this what, like, I'm doing this all for you, and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And she wrote down, it was kind of disturbing. That was funny. I thought that was funny.
Yomi. Comey gives it to you straight, man.
Yeah.
Comey keeps it real. Oy vey. But yeah, man. It's
real quiet. That's where she keeps it.
Oh, that's what makes her adorable.
You know darn well if it was an American school, they'd be bullying her.
Oh, absolutely.
All over the place.
Absolutely. Yeah. She would be a prime example for anti-bullying legislation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is an anime, so she's the school's Madonna.
to Roman's chagrin.
Like,
to Roman's disappointment. It's like, well, this was the Netflix live adaptation. She'd be getting the shit bullied out of her. If Comey can't get counseling, that's what it would have been.
I mean, maybe then I'd feel bad.
Hey, where's my book? I'm going to write that. It was kind of disturbing.
It was kind of disturbing.
Roman's take on it right there. She'd be bullied. It was kind of disturbing. But, yeah. Then and this weekend, that's my plan. Is I'm trying to get back to San Francisco, Japantown, to buy more volumes of the manga. So they've been doing a pretty good job and going at a pretty good clip as well. So I could be completely wrong when I said that the school festival might be where they end. They could keep going because, like I said, they're really going really fast. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I do like how in the in between stories, they actually used the cover of the manga where they were at the ramen shop, so I thought that was pretty cool. But they actually animated that, so that was pretty nice.
Cool.
But yeah, I agree. Unlimited Comey budget works. So
yeah, biggest budget on Netflix for anime.
None of that live action garbage.
Meanwhile, the Record of Ragnarok people are like, "What the heck? This gets the budget?"
Well, maybe if you would have had Brunhilde going, then you would have gotten some more money.
Maybe.
Oh, man. But yeah. Oh, man. So, I know that we said Miyaruko-chan, but I think that since we talked about it last week, I think we'll hold off so that the next time we'll have more to talk about. But yeah.
Okay.
So we've only seen one episode. One episode has come out since we talked about it. So I'm going to hold on.
The last time we talked about it, what happened?
She met Ayane Saka's character, the Loli, that also saw the small ghosts.
Oh, yeah. That was Ayane Sakura. Huh? I remember you posting that in the Discord.
Yeah.
Didn't sound anything like her.
No, that was not Musashi at all.
No, I was totally surprised when you posted that. I was like, really? She does have range.
Yeah.
Because usually you could tell.
Yeah.
This is Ayane Sakura. This time I was like, I wonder who the voice actor is. I'm sure Steven will let me know.
And I come through.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
As usual.
That's what I do. But yeah. So it's finally getting interesting, but yeah, we'll see. We'll leave it at that so we can get some more talking points in. But yeah.
Yeah, they're adding more lore and stuff into this.
Final 7 episodes later.
They're pulling Sarazanmai, where it took like 6 episodes before it actually got a story.
Less singing though. Less singing and less gay kappa.
Yeah, no pulling balls out of butts.
That just sounded way more. That should literally be the description on Crunchyroll.
For Sarazanmai?
Sarazanmai pulling balls out of butts. I mean, if that doesn't get your show like 100,000 views right there. Jeez, what are we coming to?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Sarazanmai, but still.
Where's my notepad? I was a little bit disturbed.
That was disturbing.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll wait, I guess, till the next one to talk about Miyaruko-chan.
Yeah. Because I want to talk a little bit more about it, but I want to also give it some plot. Let's wait. Let's give it some time. But yeah, but it still is. Those two are basically my favorite shows right now. And I know that there's a bunch of like Talk to OP is one that's been getting a lot of hype. Jobless Reincarnation, which I still haven't seen, and apparently Funimation, I guess, has it. Nobody else has it. I figured at least Netflix would have had it, but. Yeah,
Funimation being stingy over here.
Yeah, fuck those guys. But I'm just gonna probably have to marathon the whole thing. So
that's just the second season, right?
Well, it literally picked up from the first season. So it's like it was 12 episodes at season 1, but now they still kept the numbering going. So it's like on episode 18 or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, they did that with ReZero.
Right.
Which confused me. Because I'd be like, wait, what episode is this? Because that'd be like season 2, episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be like episode...
13.
What? Like, no, because they went to 25 episodes in season 1. So it'd be like 27. And I'm like, wait, what episode? Okay, so second episode. Okay. Write it down.
Needs
It
more
got
RAM.
so much more difficult the longer the show went on. Because I would download as like episode 38, episode 44, and I'd be like, I don't know what episode that is.
And by download, he means he would have to go in and activate his Crunchyroll account and then go find it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And episode 38 needs more RAM. I don't even know what that episode was or what happened in it, but RAM is best girl, so it always needs more RAM.
Yeah. I don't know what episode that was. There's actually the Konosuba game has a ReZero collab going right now.
Yeah, it's funny, and I'm not going to dwell on this too long.
Yeah.
We'll start getting into a gotcha talk, but obviously
Right.
we're all playing Blue Archive right now, which is pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. But I was going to say that I think that FGO might be feeling it right now because they just slammed a banner in the middle of an event, and they were like, "Oh wait, Raita, it's Ibuki Doji." And remember, when FGO, when Type Moon and Delightworks begins to panic, they hit the Raita button. So they release a Raita character, so it's just like, Blue Archive. And they're like, wait, Raita titties. And they're like, Raita titties. And they come back.
Yeah, to the disappointment of the one dude on Discord.
Yeah. Which is funny because our other guy, he said that everyone was talking about Saber Raiko and all that, and technically they're not wrong. It is a Saber, and it's the same artist as Raiko.
Yeah.
So, not wrong.
I tried going for it too.
Nothing.
I got spooked by the 4-star like 4 times. Like the very first roll, I got a gold saber.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, do I not have to roll anymore? Oh no, what's his name? Alright, gotta keep going. Then I get 2 more rolls later. Oh, gold saber. Oh no, what's that dude again? And then he popped up twice in one roll, and I was like, what the heck? I don't want you! Nobody wants you!
The worst.
I wouldn't even care if I got Kintoki. Because he's on the banner too.
And now I'm looking at my game because I was like, wait, who is the 4-star male saber?
That dude bowl cut.
Whatever, Tsunami or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, that dude.
Got it. Alright.
That dude spooked me a few times, and I was like, yeah, you suck. I hate you.
Please go die.
Going into the...
second archive. Going into the dungeon.
Maybe I could make your NP and then burn you as a sacrifice. I had pretty good luck when I burned all my Ellies.
Not Cinderella. No.
I think I still got one left because they wouldn't let me burn the main card for the writer Ellie.
Jeez, I've never heard of that actually.
Yeah, it was like it had some wording on it. Like I couldn't do it. It wouldn't let me select it. So that was the only one that didn't get burned. But I think now I can burn her. Maybe I'll use her as a sacrifice. I don't know.
This was quite disturbing.
But in a good way. Okay, well, for me, it wasn't a good... I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah. But no, it was hilarious, but, speaking of bullying, to be fair, though, he does bring it on himself sometimes. Like, he says some really far-fetched things. So it's kind of like, all right, bro, I'm trying not to mess with you, but you're not helping yourself. Might have to do something here, so. But
yeah.
Come join the Discord.
Yeah, come join the Discord. We could use some more people to talk to. It's what, like 5 of us.
Yeah, 5, 6 concurrent members. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. Also joined the. I don't know. We got a couple things going on. Joined the guild. Joined the Axis cult in Princess Connect.
Yeah.
You know, some guy actually asked us because I said that I was like, "Come join the Axis cult," and he responded. He actually got tagged, and I meant to go pull you in and be all like, "Yo, do you want to fill this guy in on the cult thing?" I think my post got erased.
Oh, did they? Were they like, no?
I guess no recruiting or whatever. I don't know. But when I went to go look for it, I'm like, wait, what? I got tagged. And
Yeah, I know there's a thing on Facebook where you can look up your, like, all of your activity, where it's just like your posts, and sometimes I do that and I'm like, I don't even remember when I did this, so I can't find it. Or I guess sometimes it just gets deleted.
Yeah, I guess they didn't want people recruiting in the post talking about clan battle.
You could do it on Twitter.
Yeah, true.
Because on Twitter they just say post your clan.
Clan, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's better for you to do it on Twitter because they won't delete your post because they're actually telling you to post your clan on there. Facebook, I don't know. Maybe because you used Colt. Zuckerberg was like, "Nah, not doing that one."
Yeah. They were deleting posts about Eternals.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, my post when I got out the theater on Friday and I was just like, WTF, what did I just watch? Ha 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 ha. They said it goes against community standards. And then my other friend, he posted that all he said was, this movie was too long. And he got flagged too. This post goes against community standards. And then we both reported it, like, was this flagged in error? And we both said yes. And then they just put it back up there. Like, something may have been a flaw in the system. Like, when you go and you tag it using the watching feature, and it's like, what are you watching? The Eternals? Something may have been up with that. Because somebody else, they made a fairly neutral post, like, not even saying whether it was bad or critiquing it, and it still got flagged.
Yeah.
So that something was just wrong with that, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But,
it wasn't them trying to protect the Eternals. It was just
that's what it seemed. That's what it seemed like.
It was just an internal error.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I guess the director was like, "No, take that out. Take that down. Take that down."
No laughing at me. This movie is inclusive. Except for comedians. No comedians allowed. How dare you have a sense of humor? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like. So. But anyway, yeah, this was a good welcome back episode. I think we covered a lot. And yeah, we'll definitely get more into it. Season's almost done, so, and the year's almost done, so.
I know, right?
So we're gonna have to already be talking about what we're watching for winter. So.
Which starts in December.
Yes.
Man. Let me see. If we're on episode 6 of some of these episodes or shows in middle of December.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I have any time and energy, I'm gonna try to go watch the Boku Hero movie. So. Because that's what I said last week when I was watching Eternals. I was like, we literally walked by the theater that had Boku Hero in it. I was like,
I could be
I could just duck out the theater right now and just sneak over to the other side. Boku Hero made $35 million.
Yeah.
I took a screenshot, and even though it was in 11th place, and I think it was in the top 10 like the week before. But it just got shy of the top 10. It was on 11th place. But it was still on the same like screenshot that this dude was when he was talking about the box office. And I'm just like, damn, dude, I never thought I'd live to see the day where an anime movie, let alone Boku Hero, is on the same like listing as an MCU Disney film. So it's like they're watching the weebs. But yeah. Don't you make Attack on Titan memes though.
Don't do that.
You'll get an ethics committee put on. But anyway, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's communist.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny enough, that's what Comey says. Comey can't communism.
Yeah.
This was yes. She finds that meme. This was quite disturbing. It was quite disturbing. But yeah. Anywho, that's all I got for today. Go away now.
All right. So yeah. expect this to be up after the first part, which should be a couple days after that.
Cool.
Yeah, because I got to edit it, and I forgot my thumb drive. So
okay.
Yeah, I'll have to come back and get this.
Okay, no worries.
Outside of that, the next episode will be the week of Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure it's the week of.
Mm-hmm.
Because next week. Yeah, the week of Thanksgiving. I'll try to upload it before Thanksgiving, so, you know, there's something.
That'll work.
And outside of that, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Let me know what you all think of the casting for the One Piece live action. If you're excited, cautious like I am, or just not gonna watch because your heart's been broken too many times from other live actions. How are you enjoying this halfway point for the season so far? What are your favorite shows? Which ones have surprised you? Which ones have disappointed you? You know, let us know in the comments. And I will see you next time. So, till then, bye.
Send.